White chocolate syrup.
Even the outer loop. I mean, come on. It was always about the outer loop, right?
It makes Brooklyn look like Nairobi.
Nairobi, Brooklyn.
Why is this project important? Why are we here? Why are we at the mural itself? I believe, many people believe that memory, as associated with feeling, actually gives me an emotional response to this picture. I want to know more. This mural. If I can create a context in this neighborhood and make it resonate to these physical spaces, I believe that people that come to these places on my tour, this mural, and think about Italo Machado. They'll always think about Soul in the Hall basketball court, and think about him in this mural. They're always going to think about the East or passive. They're always going to think about Italo. When they pass the armory, the big armory that's pretty much, can't miss it, going down this block, Italo went to school along with many people in this community went to school with. So they're going to think about these institutions. Showtime now.
Oh, what's that one called?
Whatever the name of that summer league is called, the center. What was it called? It's in Dallas. So here we are on Marcus Garvey between Jefferson and Putnam, Regiment Armory, that from 1976 until the early 80s organization. And the East organization had several things running in this location. They had a school for kids by Italo Machado and his sisters and brothers. They also had a bookstore. They had adults. They had a gym for exercise. But the East organization, the East family that Italo was housed, a portion was housed in this location. So Italo spent a lot of time as a little kid coming into these doors. It's now to live temporarily, but
How did the organization get the rights to take over the building?
well, at that time the state was going to get rid of it. They were trying to contextualize Bed-Stuy in the 70s. At one time, I'm not sure it was a rumor, but I heard that in the 70s that they had to have UPS sent to them. They had to go to the UPS depot way out somewhere to pick up their mail, pick up their package. In the 70s and the early 80s was not an easy place. So these buildings, the government didn't see value in these communities. And this big piece of property, $30 million in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Back then, they were giving it away.
But at the same time, they weren't going to give. It had to be at least established enough for them to say, look, we are going to take over this building, this is what we're going to do with it.
Well, it's interesting. People, they obviously were going to get rid of it, so the East petitioned. They were a viable organization. I think they had a 501c3. They petitioned. There was nothing going on there. But then, as the East became more political and they were working with a couple of political activists, they decided to occupy it again and make it into a men's center. So they had it for a second, then they didn't have it. Visit this location. He was thinking about buying it for the community at one time.
The safe house.
The safe house for people on the run. But yeah, amazing piece of Bed-Stuy history. Even it's an exception. It was So they held ammunition for war at one time.
So armory.
Right here in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Italo Machado's neighborhood, where he grew up, in these streets. So yeah.
I'm Barry Cole, producer of The Art of Dying Young.
Hi, I'm Sean Rivas, director of Young. Welcome to Tala Uchari.